Hey. Are we on in Guam?
We are on in Guam. See, I actually have been changing the.
That's a line from the movie, by the way.
Ah.
Are we on in Guam?
Yeah. Attention, everybody. Well, we've been live on there this whole time.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey.
Hang on a second. Let's go back here.
You know, we really.
Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of Axe Ministry, Axe Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits.
You sounded hesitant.
There we are. It's because I'm doing like 5 things at once.
Multitasking.
There we go. Are we on in Guam? There you go.
Name that movie.
Good morning! Coming to you live from Axe Media Group headquarters. Here in the beautiful Springfield, Missouri, it's The Morning Drive with Matt and Jay, with your host, Matt and Jay. We got Johnny Rooster in the studio for today.
Something to crow about.
So, Dennis Everson. His dog is crazy. Have you seen this guy? Dennis Everson. You know who Dennis Everson is.
I met him yesterday.
How'd that go?
His dog is crazy.
His dog is crazy. He's all the time posting videos of this dog, Baxter. And that dog is pretty funny.
I thought Coffee Creamer was his dog.
I don't know. You know what? I forgot
He's got a name,
to get some coffee.
He's got a name, Coffee Creamer, for his dog.
Huh?
Coffee creamer.
That's
No,
Dennis
Baxter.
Everson.
So today's topic, testosterone boosting foods.
Well, absolutely. Testosterone boosting is a big thing for people that are over 50, and that would be
That would be 2/3 of
two
this
out of
room
three
right now.
in this room. If you're
Two-thirds.
a male over 50, you may
Talk about
wanna
it while I get
tune
coffee.
in because you're over 40, but not barely on the 40 mark. So
I am just on the 40 mark.
okay, testosterone boosting is very important because the veins in the male member are the smallest in the body, and they need some help with blood flow most often after age 50. So
In the male member?
the male member, can we say that? Male member? That'd be like the MM, like Eminem.
MM.
That'll be our code word. We want to talk to the men out there, especially, about this testosterone boost. Why is it important? Well, one of the things is if you lower your estrogen level, you increase your testosterone level. That happens by eating certain kinds of foods.
What is the benefit of having massive amounts of testosterone?
Not massive, just adequate amounts. Because
I feel like I have massive amounts.
Okay, well, then that's a good feeling. Perhaps steroids and that kind of thing. If you're overly aggressive,
don't need that.
You're a hard body,
Have you seen my baseball?
rippling with muscles.
About this big around.
Yeah. If
Last time I saw it was
Schwarzenegger looks
over
like a little
that way.
6-year-old to you, you know.
You might
might have
need
more-
to cut back on the testosterone.
I do have more hair on my back than most men. I'll say that.
Well, you know, the good thing is if you ever lose your hair, you can
I have
pull
transplant.
plugs off of the back and put them on your head.
Right.
So then you can be
Hey.
back-headed.
So you look like the Earth in Hitchhiker's Guide right
Yeah,
before
there
it
you
explodes
go.
Yeah.
with
There
all
you
the
go.
charges on
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
If we were, if you guys might refer to the old Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
music
out
group.
of us, we would be.
Is that a music group?
Oh, yeah. They
we
were great.
We could
Great.
be Earth, Earth, and Earth. It wouldn't have a good ring to it,
But,
but it's more accurate.
yeah.
But I think if we were playing with that, Earth, Wind,
Why are
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
You, why are you pointing at me with the wind?
Well, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I don't
Just
pass
leave it-
gas that much.
Wind and fire.
Just what is that? What's the implication?
Yes. Yeah,
The
please
Earth
do
implication-
elaborate.
People have Earth.
So we're titans, is what you're saying?
Yes.
We're like
We're grounded. We're
titans.
manly
We're,
men.
we're
We're not walking on the planet lightly. We are taking our action and marking our territory.
we shape very existences.
But so,
Well,
so
well,
yeah, little reminder of what we said. We are talking to men about testosterone boosting foods. There are 9 foods. If you gentlemen take time to get these 9 foods out,
9 foods.
9.
foods, you may
9
wanna
Wiener
get out-
Schnitzel.
You may want to get out your device or your piece of paper and pencil.
Get out your device.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Are we
sometimes
talking about the
We're
MM?
talking about
What
electronic device now.
Okay, so maybe we're going
Got to
too
keep
far
it
here.
family friendly.
Family
Kim
friendly.
Adams.
You keep it FF family friendly.
She
Keep
says
your
so.
devices family friendly, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's keep this
So
on
which
the up-
foods boost testosterone?
Yes,
So we're
that's-
getting ready to get
see,
to that.
Here we are. Get ready. It's a list of 9. So number 1, uno, is pomegranates. I said it. You heard it here first. Pomegranates are good for your testosterone.
I drink this vitamin water that's pomegranate.
Well, then
Every day.
here's what you need to know about that. Some vitamin waters are really better than others, but pomegranate's going to do you some good. Here's the thing to stay away from.
Interesting fruit, isn't it?
Pomegranate juice is not that good for you because they load it with sugar and that reverses the testosterone. So don't.
So you need to you mean eat actual pomegranate?
Yes, we're talking the real fruit. We're talking.
If I cut my
manly.
if I cut
Morning,
sugar
Marshall.
out of my diet, then I would be the man.
Now, I didn't say cut it out, but I say lower that sugar and raise that testosterone.
Lower the sugar, raise the MM.
Am I being a little?
Now, the MM raising is a little bit risque, but we're going to be okay with that because we're talking to the men.
MMs.
Raising the male member,
Guys,
it's on
Now,
the edge.
now, okay,
put
so
your MMs away.
That's on the
It's
edge.
Family friendly.
We got to keep this family friendly.
Right.
this has got to be family friendly.
Of course,
That's my
I
favorite.
mean, we're talking family, right?
Well, my favorite is family friendly.
There's some MMs involved in family.
So we got a list of
Just
9.
saying.
There's an audience waiting to hear
Because there's
these.
male members of the family.
So here we go.
What's that?
Testosterone boosting rule number 1: pomegranates. The actual fruit is good. For
Kim
your
says
testosterone.
pomegranate on my grocery list.
See how they're replying. See how they're replying. Do you see how women are going to be
Morning, Steve
affected
Schultz.
positively by their?
Well, Steve
Man.
Schultz has been married for 50 years, so he doesn't really need pomegranate.
Steve Schultz and people married for 50 plus years need this.
Pomegranate. You need it.
This is important, not only for
It's fun to eat.
not only for
It's like a project. You can do it with the family.
male performance, but just for better energy. Okay, we're talking about a health related situation.
Right, yeah.
Men over 50 take heed. Women who are married to men over 50 take heed. They're taking notes. The men may not be.
Yeah.
Pomegranates, the real thing, not the juice.
Say, babe, why are we having pomegranate for dinner every night?
yeah. Number 2.
I need a little steak
Number
here.
2, we're going to
Give
get
me a
in,
steak.
We're going to get into salad now.
This is pomegranate
okay?
fed.
You guys want to know what salads to do? What's that? Arugula? Is that the name of it?
Arugula.
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 Arugula is the highest citric nitrate you can get in any vegetable. Citric nitrate.
I don't even know what arugula is.
Arugula is it's shaped like the dandelion greens. Okay, really sharp, edgy plant, and it is sold in like Whole Foods type places, like the more organic type food places, more
Well,
than
you
the
can
regular
buy it at,
grocery store. But
some
you can
grocery
get it
stores.
at a regular grocery store,
Arugula.
but not always.
Is it like a salad stuff?
Yes,
like
but
a
I
salad green?
Got to warn
It's
you,
horrible
it's
tasting.
more of a health food and less of a mainstay. It's not like your romaine or your head lettuce.
It's not like something
So
you'd
it
want to
tastes
have on
terrible.
a sandwich instead of
no,
lettuce.
but you mix this stuff in with spinach. Here where I'm going down the list. So
I don't think black
pomegranates,
olives are-
arugula, spinach,
Spinach.
and kale. Arugula, spinach, kale. Say it, man. Arugula, spinach, kale. I've just listed 4 out of 9. So if you just tuned in, there are 9.
It's because
basic
I consume
foods.
all of those except for the arugula.
No wonder you're such a man.
Spinach, pomegranate. I drink in my water. What was the other one?
Arugula.
I don't have that. I don't have that.
Arugula.
I need to
Some
get some of
people,
that.
some people grind up kale and put it in protein shakes.
Kale can be ground up and put in a protein shake.
Kale, isn't that like a lettuce?
Yes.
That's. I think that's what I have at
it's a
home right
lettuce
now.
with a bad taste, okay? Let's
lettuce.
be honest. It's not an easy thing to eat. But kale is essential, and health food people know this.
Health food.
They already, you folks that are always paying attention to health food, you already know the benefits of kale. But arugula maybe not so much. So arugula,
There's
kale,
benefits.
spinach.
There's benefits
when we're
to this.
talking about spinach, please do not go Popeye and squeeze it from a can. The can is not what your friend. It's the
can's not your friend.
natural leaf.
First of all, if you
spinach.
can do that, that is awesome.
Do
wanna
not
see that.
squeeze a can of spinach
wanna
into
see
your
that.
mouth. Open the lettuce leaves, the leaves of the spinach. Do
The
not.
leaves. Open the leaves of
It
the
has
spinach.
nothing to do with the can.
Does it have to do with the leaves?
No Popeye. So have I gone too fast? Is this just about right?
How do you open a spinach leaf? I've seen a spinach leaf. See, now you mess with
Open
me.
You have
up
to have a
the
really
leaf.
sharp, really
There's
thin
the
knife.
ba- now, spinach
Mom
leaves.
always said to not play with your food.
The average person, even the above average and below average person, understands spinach comes in leaves, and they get them at the store.
Right, and you open the
Arugula,
leaves.
I'm not an arugula buyer.
How do you
don't
open
know.
a spinach leaf?
He doesn't buy it on a arugula basis.
Arugula.
You guys have anything else to say? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We're trying to. Hey,
I'm listening with both headphones.
we're following along with you.
I'm just here as a guest. It's your
No,
show.
you go ahead. What else? Tell
We
me
didn't
more
wanna
about
drive,
this testosterone
We didn't want a
building
morning
stuff.
drive off the road here. We got it right here. Testosterone boosters, man. Pomegranates, the real thing, not the juice. Number 2, arugula. That's a leaf. It's a lettuce.
Isn't
Number
the world a dangerous place to be a man these days? Though?
Number-
Are
number
we sure we want to
3
boost this?
Number 3,
Do we want to take the reins back on this?
we need to
Monster,
the
this
women
ride.
need us. The women need us to be men.
What?
The women are writing
That's
this
not what
down.
I'm hearing.
What about
That's not what I'm hearing on the streets, bro.
As somebody asked, is anybody out there asking anything? Because I
Yeah.
want to make sure I
Kim Adams says, "What about black olives?"
Kim Adams, you are such an awesome rock star. We went to the Beach Boys concert, she and her husband and me. Okay, anyway, let's answer the question. What about what?
Black olives.
Black olives are wonderful. It's just not on the list of testosterone boosters. It may be.
It is. It is on the list of
not on the
cholesterol
top 10.
It's not
cholesterol
on the-
boosters. If
it's-
you're not careful.
It's not on the top 9.
Love black olives. Oh, they're so good.
Thank you for the black
Rich.
olives, Kim
yum.
Adams, but it's not on the 9. Okay, here's the 9. Pomegranates, arugula,
Spinach.
and
Kale.
Okay, spinach and kale. You got the leaves. Now we're going on to walnuts.
Walnuts.
Walnuts
yum.
is the number
Love
5.
walnuts.
Walnuts, black walnuts, English walnuts. You call it a walnut, it's good.
It's good.
It will do it.
Unless
Now-
you call something that's not a walnut, then
Oh, man.
yeah,
then you're
you-
really. Do not eat the outside of a black walnut. Okay?
Yeah, oh, no.
Break the thing open.
That's like how they make.
Right.
It will hurt your teeth and your breath.
We used to have a
And-
black
isn't it
walnut
close?
breaker.
Isn't it poisonous?
I worked-
Yeah, you don't eat the black walnut outside. Okay,
No.
just the gooey inside. The
Yeah, the
chewy,
goo- the
the chewy
soft-
nougat.
bitter, sweet.
You guys got to love walnuts.
I'm a
okay?
pecan man myself.
Pecans are not on the list,
okay,
Matthew.
Okay, that's not the list. We're straying. So again, these guys are watching. These ladies want, but pecans
Look at
are,
this. He's
pecans-
hiding that smirky grin
Pecans
there.
are good. Earth, wind, and fire. Earth, wind, and fire.
The wind is not blowing today.
Okay, so here we go.
Matthew.
We're almost
Matt.
through the list.
Do you not like me calling you Matthew?
I don't care. No, you've always
Matt.
called me Matthew.
Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Jay, you've always called me Matthew. I
Are
am
there any
inviting
more-
all
are
my
there
friends to
any
my
other
watch party.
comments because people need to be in.
What
on
about
this.
polk greens?
Polk greens are great.
Remember, you can help us a lot by liking and sharing these videos.
I want
by
you to
the way.
like and share, and I'm going through this list rather specifically for you to jump on, for people to show up.
Because Johnny was saying just this morning how my testosterone levels were low. He thought that maybe that was my problem.
That's kind of like the debate last night. It's not true, okay? People are saying,
Right.
false, not true.
It's not true.
It's not
It's
true.
not true.
I was not saying that. I did not have that testosterone conversation with that man.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Depends on what
noticed.
depends on what your definition of testosterone is.
So maybe I made that up.
Maybe it was fantasy.
I was thinking myself that my testosterone levels feel a little bit low.
Fantasy could play a good role in
I
your
haven't taken over the
testosterone.
world yet, see? So I need more of the arugula.
If you look up the word Atlas in the Atlas,
You see me.
you see a picture of Jay Cobb, Jason Cobb, Atlas man,
It's
holding
like
up
this.
the world.
It's like, yeah.
We're older than 50, so we know about Atlas.
That's why I'm being quiet on this because I
Yeah,
don't
this
need
is
it.
an
I've
over.
got plenty of testes.
No, all right. Here's another
Testosterone.
caution: gentlemen that are 40, even younger, need to pay attention because if you're eating the right foods now, you won't have so many complications
on a arugula
later.
basis. I'm going to use
On
that joke
arugula.
again.
You need to get into your arugula rhythm.
Arugula rhythm, yeah.
I would like to see men
And
eating,
because your MMs get the least amount of blood flow. They have the
Correct.
smallest arteries,
they do the
in the
smallest
body.
veins in the body exist in the male member.
veins, not arteries.
We're calling it a male member.
Vein
because-
is where it comes back to the heart, right?
correct.
And an artery is where it goes
And
to
saying
the.
penis is just too medical. So
Yeah.
we don't say
That
What is that?
offends
What are
people.
we talking about?
we don't say that. We say MM.
What? MM.
MM. We're just going to call it the MM. I mean, let's face it.
M stands for man, and what does the other M stand
Male
for?
member.
Oh,
Male
right.
member.
It's
Male
very obvious,
member.
but it's not obvious because we have to explain it.
Yeah.
Right.
Guys,
Jay's just trying to make everybody uncomfortable.
Jay
I'm not trying to make
Jay
anybody
has a lot of
uncomfortable.
testosterone already, but
I'm
if
perfectly
you
comfortable.
have the trouble with testosterone, maybe you're not as boosted as you need. Pomegranates,
World domination.
Steve
arugula.
Schultz says you need to post a list so that people can copy it.
Can we do that?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Is there a way to post? Because you kind of have
A list?
Can you put this down? I'll help you with spelling.
You
if
know how you
need
love
it.
typing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could do it, but I'm listing, and you could be typing.
He's listing, and you could be
So
typing.
number one is pomegranates. Let's do that.
Pomegranates.
Let's see what we got here.
If you want to Google that word to understand.
P-A-W-M.
No, it's
O-G.
P-A-L.
No.
No, it's P-O-M.
Yes.
P-O-M.
T.
P-O-M. Would you
T-
stop saying letters? That doesn't help our audience.
Pomegranates.
I know it's their show, so I can't say. I'm just
Right.
going to sit under the
Ladies
table.
and gentlemen.
I'm going to sit quietly.
No, hey, I'm sorry. Do you want me to be serious?
No, no. I want you to actually spell pomegranates in the right way because
I did.
There's a man that needs to know.
If you need, so if you're looking the
P-O-M.
word up, you want to know what it is. It's a P-A-W-M-O-G-R-A-N-T-I-T-S.
Not even close.
That was exactly right.
That wasn't even in the ballpark.
It put it up
Pomegranates.
there. It wouldn't
Okay,
put it up there
there's
if it was
four-
wrong.
There's 5 items listed so far out of 9. Here it is. These are
Pomegranates?
testosterone
Wait a
boosters.
second. Give me just a second.
Pomegranates. I'll list it and then he can catch up because people are listening. They want to know.
P-O-M-A-G-R-A-N-I-T-S. Let me see. No, that's
Multiple.
wrong.
Yes, you need more than one because
There's no spelling suggestions.
I'll get you.
Pomegranates.
pomegranates.
Taking this for granted.
I would spell better, but the internet took that away from me.
So pomegranates.
Pomegranates,
Then there's that one
P-O-M.
that I can't remember because I've never really heard of it.
P-O-M.
It's the spiky leaves. Is that any green with spiky leaves? Contains this thing, or is it actually
All
a
right, so-
specific?
Arugula.
How do you spell?
Arugula.
All right, pause. Pomegranates. How do you spell it?
P-O-M.
Right?
O.
O. G.
Yeah, you got
R.
that.
A-N-I-T.
A, not I-T. Is that getting close?
Pomegranate.
Somebody type that in for us. I'm
No
getting it.
spelling suggestions. Even the computer's like, I don't know.
Okay. P-O-M.
E-T.
I'll just say it.
Right, Michael Scott Phillips. Unless you already have enough testosterone, then you just
Pomegranate.
pull it out of the earth and stuff it in.
Watch when you
You don't
the
even
word
have to
it.
chew. You just swallow it.
Don't just use the word it like that.
I'm talking about these rugulas and the pomegranates. You just shake the tree. Shake the tree. The pomegranates fall.
Fall.
You just open up and let it go. Right, goes right in. If you know,
Kim spelled
Here
it
it is.
P-O-M-E-G.
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 R-A-N-A-T-E-S. Oh, we got it. So
See, I told you I had it right.
Thank you, Kim. You're a real pomegranate. P-O-M-E-G-R-A.
This is.
You got it?
This is still
Yep. There you go. Now you're happy.
Pom-E.
Pomegranates.
And,
Let's get on to the next one.
Arugula.
how do you spell arugula?
gonna do
It's
it.
like an old Model A
I
horn.
knew you'd say that.
It's A-R-U-G-U-L-A-R, I think.
Arugula.
Arugula.
There it is.
Want me to spell it
I
for
got
you?
it. A-R-U-G-U-L-A. A-R-U-G-U-L-A.
A-R-U-G-L-A.
G-U-L-A. Arugula. Next one. We got this. You guys can look this up. Next one for testosterone boost is kale. K-A-L-E.
Excuse me.
And
Yeah,
then
also.
spinach.
Hold on
This
a
is
second.
spinach leaves.
Hold on just a second here. I am going to
And
do
then
this first.
I'm
We're gonna-
excited about this list because this helps men get boosting their testosterone will help them have more energy. It'll help them have more vitality and have a better lifestyle regardless of their social position.
Right.
Spinach.
Spinach, S-P-I-N-A-C-H. Like the old spelling bees.
Spinach. S-P-I-N-A-C-H. Spinach.
Wrong.
That is absolutely correct, Dilton. Or they always have these educated names. Dilton, you may now
it's
advance
ACH,
to the
not-
next round.
And it's ACH, not ICH.
Exactly. That's what I said.
That's what Dilton said.
Okay, after spinach, then we have walnuts. And don't be specific. It's any walnuts. English
kind of
walnuts.
walnut.
Black walnuts. Remember this, though, gentlemen.
If it grows on a
Walnuts-
wall,
Walnuts can
the right one.
WALNUTS. Not being offensive, just being deliberate.
Deliberate.
Walnuts
WALNUTS.
will also contribute to a little bit of too much excess calories, and you can get a weight problem if you're munching down walnuts all the time. So don't overload the walnuts. Just take them. Just a few.
Just
here
a-
and there.
just a few. Just take
smidge. A smidge. After this, let's get on.
so you
because
see
we've-
somebody with walnuts,
yeah, you just
you
say
just-
that's just enough.
you take 'em.
You take a little handful, but don't you stuff out on a bag.
yeah,
Like
don't
you got
stuff
the,
out on a
Who's
bag.
got the money to munch down walnut bags, though? That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
That's expensive stuff.
It's good on pies.
The next one, we've gotten to
Pecan
number
pie.
5. Let's go to number 6.
Number 6.
On the list for testosterone boosters is watermelon.
Watermelon.
I like watermelon.
Ew.
When I was a little guy, I didn't like it, but I like it.
Yeah,
It's a lot of water. Watermelon.
it's a lot of
Spell
water.
watermelon.
It has other stuff. Watermelon has other benefits
I
too.
don't know what
right?
I just did there.
a W after the
Watermelon has electrolytes. Also,
These are nitrate. Yeah.
yeah,
Slip.
testosterone bringers, builders.
Boosters. So
Boosters.
We've got nitrate oxide or something. That's the highest levels. Okay, walnuts, watermelon,
Are these in order of their most effective?
pretty much. The next one.
I'm just messing
Don't do
around.
that. Let's go on to the next one.
No, you
After
go ahead.
Walnuts, watermelon.
I'll do
we
what I want.
have, Oh yes, you do. It's your show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We
Morning,
have 3
buddy.
more. We have 3 more. They're
Morning, Steve.
the last. Beet juice. This is the most important one.
Beet juice.
Beet juice.
Ew.
B-E. E-T. There's 2 E's. Beet
Yeah.
juice. And now beet juice is not that exciting to drink.
B-E-T.
But if you do
And
it,
phone home.
if you take
Call
beet
your mom.
juice, not beetle juice, but beet juice, listen here.
Beet juice.
Beet juice, a little swig.
You're not the boss of me. You don't tell me
No,
what to do.
I'm saying listen.
He
here.
said, listen here.
a swig every day. Not a chug
Yeah, he
it
is getting
down.
awfully bossy this
A
morning.
He is
little
bossy.
swig.
I'm going to untestosterone.
Who wants it?
Who's wanting what?
There's a
Beet
guy
juice?
the guy that recommends this. He has a big.
Can you
like
get it from
Matt-
just eating beets, or do you
Pastor
have to
Matt.
juice them?
Well, the beet juice is easier to find. The
Ah.
beets themselves are harder to find. and
They
it's
grow
out of
great in a
season.
garden.
So beet juice is good.
Beet
In
juice.
fact, it's excellent.
It's
In
excellent.
fact, that's the secret sauce. That's the weapon right
If
there.
it helps
weapon.
men, it'll help women. That's what Kim said.
If you want your
Amen.
MM to be
Amen.
working proper, get the beet juice.
Ladies, if you have a man in your life and you want him to have a little bit more energy and vitality and performance, please take note.
Performing what?
Performing.
Now, what is this performance we're
There's
talking about?
performing artists and then there's performers.
There's performers.
Enhancers.
Is that the
And
last? Is that the
No,
last?
there are 9. So after beet juice, we have garlic. Okay, garlic. Garlic.
Garlic. The garlic is good.
And the final one is oranges. Just oranges.
Oranges.
Citrus.
You know, for some, actually, a lot of these ingredients that you've talked about are really fine ingredients for some elaborately cooked foods that are
Yes, sir.
so like a high-end restaurant would
Yes.
have these things in their fridge.
Yes, and they will prepare them in the salad for you. You ask, make sure you get arugula, you get kale, and you get spinach. In the
Arugula is
same
the only one that I'm
salad.
not really.
It looks more like a dandelion leaf. It's sharper edges. That's the way I describe it. If you look it up on the internet, you'll see images of arugula. But yeah, it's
Is
not
it actually a dandelion leaf?
no, it just has that
Looks like
appearance. Though remember, you don't mix it up
It
with
looks
that.
like it'll
Sharp,
hurt
sharp.
if you eat it.
It's sharp little.
It is
leaves.
actually?
sharp, pointy leaves. No, they're soft. It's
So
just,
they're not thorn tipped.
no,
like
but
a,
the shape of it.
just shape.
Do
You
you
guys
like
have any other questions? There's the list. That's 9.
That's the list.
I could read it again.
My testosterone went up just by
hearing it.
talking about it.
Pomegranates, arugula, kale, spinach, walnuts, watermelon, beet juice, garlic, oranges. There's some sub notes here from Matt. Garlic is not recommended for vampires, so we got to remember that. And
then
oranges.
orange. You're glad I didn't say banana.
That's perfect. Thank you, Matt.
You know, I've been typing a whole bunch of
You
stuff
have
up
been you that right there contributed anything. You're up in another pay grade right now.
here. Well, You know, I
I like that on the screen. I can leave it up there because they need to read that list. These are testosterone boosters.
it's been up this whole entire time.
I
Like,
know.
guys,
It's a wonderful thing.
so they saw me making mistakes and backing a bunch up and
That's
then putting
fun.
stuff. You go back and watch it, and you'll
The
see.
journey.
The journey is more important than the destination sometimes.
What? Yes.
It's a rocky
it is.
road to success.
It is rocky.
Exactly. If you want the extra shot of manly with the orange, soak it in orange juice and eat the rind as well because
Right.
it contains the highest concentration of
Got it.
citrus in the blood in the food spectrum.
This guy, I'm going to report back to you guys.
Thank you, Johnny.
I'm going to mix all these 9 ingredients into a, what do you call these things?
It's the Hulk. You remember the Hulk,
You
right?
just chug.
Yeah. You turn green.
It's
You
a-
get big.
The substance would look gray or green by the time all this stuff's mixed in, and it'll be
Delicious.
nasty.
It'll be so good.
We'll call it
For ya.
Jay's
I love
Jay's-
the
Be
watermelon.
good for your MM.
Jay's Super
Your
Goo
performance,
Juice. Super
ladies
juice.
and gentlemen.
Super juice.
Hey, if you
Super
guys,
juice.
if you guys want to boost testosterone, name the thing on that list, that 9, that you like the most. And
Pomegranate, hands down.
Yeah, I'm
Love
loving
it.
the pomegranates.
Man. They're
How
so
about you,
fun and interesting
Matt?
to eat and tasty.
What's your favorite?
Do you eat the rind on the pomegranate?
No.
I can, but I think that when you're in the bathroom, you wish you hadn't.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, so
I
imagine.
can, but should I?
So imagine eating and then pooing out the bark from a
Always
palm
the
tree.
scientist. Ooh, I've got one.
Yeah,
Don't-
or palmetto tree.
Don't eat sunflower seed shells. I did this.
That's a bad
Ooh.
idea. How do you do? How do
No,
people do that?
I did
Splintus.
it. No, I did it. I chomped
Splintus,
them
bro.
all down, a whole bag of them.
Splintus.
I was in a public restroom in.
And it probably
Olive-
looked like
I
a
was
murder
in
scene.
I was in Olive Garden, and I was giving giving birth
shouldn't have
to a
mentioned
Brillo.
the name of that.
I
Why
shouldn't
did you
have.
do this?
A Brillo pad was emerging, and I was screaming
You
for
must
my
have
life.
had too much pomegranate that week and
I
thought,
was,
huh?
I was in sweats. I was crying.
Need food.
It was so bad. The splinters were so bad. It hurt like fire.
Get it on!
It was worse than any experience that I have had in that.
And all of a sudden, is
department.
there a woman screaming in the men's room?
We need to have a woman scream on an audio clip, like one of those files you have.
Oh yeah, I could
Hit
probably
the button and the woman screams.
All
That
right,
would be
so
me.
Tahir,
That's the man
Ahmad
show.
Park.
This
Good
is the man
welcome
show.
to the show.
They're like
Mike Krimper, Brenda Lane, Steve McAllister. He says, "I love watermelon nom nom." Mike
Eat the
Krimper.
rind.
I can't eat watermelon because there's too much sugar in it right now. But the rind actually is very similar to cucumbers.
I would have to tend to agree. It is similar.
Yeah, like if you were to chop up the green part of the rind,
Here's the thing.
put it in pickle juice, it would taste just like a pickle. I mean, I've tasted a cucumber, and then I've tasted the green part of the watermelon rind, and they taste almost identical.
Oh man.
What?
You should be a taste tester of all these 9 products and give us your feedback. 'Cause
Okay, so
like
I
how
can tell you,
describe
and for the people that were watching me add these to the list as you were saying
it. 'Cause
them,
that was hilarious.
yucky
Okay.
beet juice.
Yeah, people don't like beet juice, okay? We're going to have to get around that by saying mix the other 8 ingredients in. Not the garlic, sorry. Do not mix the garlic in your
Why?
beet juice. Okay, do it, but I'm going to say the results will not be happy.
What prohibited cease to.
There
Have you
won't
done
be
that
happy
before?
results.
No.
You just don't like garlic.
No, I'm just going to tell you a story.
Okay, this is gonna be
I was
fun.
making eggnog. Please forgive me because there was
Eggnog and garlic.
there was an additive in my eggnog, and it caused me to lose my judgment. I added garlic instead of nutmeg to the eggnog for my guests. The garlic in the eggnog was not received well. It was supposed to be nutmeg, but I'd had too much eggnog. Therefore, I
So
made-
he had too much booze. Is what he's
I
saying.
made more eggnog with garlic rather than with nutmeg.
And if you
Garlic
had any
was not a
vampires at
happy
your house,
time.
you totally offended them.
We offended all the guests, scared the vampires. It was ugly.
It was ugly. And
Do
what
not
party
add-
was this? Was this?
This was a New
Halloween?
Year's Eve party
New Year's
many
Eve.
years
Ooh.
ago. Years
vampires
ago.
are usually asleep right then.
So
Yeah,
remember
they're
that.
usually asleep,
Please do not add
And do not
garlic.
eat the mistletoe.
Do not eat the mistletoe.
Don't put the garlic in the mix of your 8. Put 8 of these ingredients in the mix. Even walnuts. I'll chunk
So
'em
it's
down.
pomegranate,
Yes, pomegranate.
ugalas,
Arugula.
Arugulas.
arugulas, spinach, walnuts,
Kale.
kale, walnuts.
And the 2 W's, walnuts and
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
Yeah.
Watermelon.
then you got the stuff that nobody wants to drink.
Lemon
Beet juice.
juice.
Beet juice.
Beet juice. Beet juice.
And you're down to the
Garlic.
bad
Garlic.
and the citrus.
The citrus.
Oranges.
Oranges.
So if you can remember that list.
Or
I'd-
even
I'd
a few things on
I
it
would
that
say
you like.
Mix watermelon juice and orange juice together.
You don't have to have all those things, right?
watermelon and orange just straight. Squeeze it, and pomegranate.
Can you get this stuff off the shelf? Like if you get a
If it's on the shelf.
if you get a carton of orange juice, are you getting these things that you're talking about?
There's too much sugar in orange juice.
Actually, it's natural sugar. Natural sugar is good for
But
you.
I'm talking about like processed sugar orange juice, cartons of orange juice.
Yes, that's
You're better
not-
off squeezing your own oranges.
Thank you for clarifying that. You're right. The orange
So
juice
oranges,
they sell in
Which are
stores
great to
too
cook
high.
with, by the way.
The stuff off the shelf, if you're talking pomegranate juice and orange juice, not a good idea. It's way too much sugar.
Too much high fructose.
But if you can squeeze those,
It's just
oranges,
artificial and
squeeze
natural
that
flavors.
Fruit.
Artificial being first because there's more of those.
Chop up the fruit, throw it in the blender, please. That's the way to do it.
That's the way.
The pulp is
So you can
really
make a
good.
smoothie
Little
with
bit
I
it.
of
love
ice, little bit of
extra.
water, little
I
ice.
love extra
Smoothie.
pulpy orange juice or extra pulp. But if I ever drank
Citrus
orange
goes
juice,
good with spinach too, by the way.
I would always get the high pulp orange
High
juice.
pulp and
Absolutely.
walnuts.
Then it's so good.
My wife is
I don't
not a
drink
fan of
any
the
of
high
that, but
pulp,
it's so
but it
sweet.
is good for you.
I mean, it's natural sugar, but it's still too sweet for my my program that I'm on right now. So
Right now.
yeah, eventually maybe one day I'll be able to have like a slice, couple, half an orange or something.
Walnuts, they're fatty, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
so
that's why I said
That's
Pomegranate.
actually they've actually got a good fat in them.
there's good fat.
that's
good
healthy
fat.
for your
Yeah.
healthy.
Don't overdo it. but
No,
yeah.
no, because I mean, you want to have a
Walnuts.
couple of good fats a day, no matter what health plan you're on. You want to have good fats. That's like
And this will build your testosterone, which will help your blood flow
olive oil
in your.
and things like that.
Tag this show.
I did not tag this show.
Do you know how?
No.
Because I want to show you. Because if we tag this, I promise you, people want to know this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a very good. Mark this show.
Pomegranates do have a lot of
Not
seeds.
just
Steve.
put it in the mix, but make these 9 your daily, weekly regimen. Put something of the 9 in your daily source.
Daily, you should be
Daily
consuming
source.
these things.
Beet juice is number 1.
Are there recommended quantities, recommended servings? Would you just go by the serving on the package?
Beet juice is a swig a day. Okay,
A swig of
have
beet
a
juice a day,
good
'cause that's all
swallow,
anybody can
a
stand
good
anyway.
swallow.
Can you put like
then beat your chest?
The ground up kind. So it's got to be the thick.
my ex-wife really
Not
loves
just
beets.
thin
She got the jarred beets or the pickled beets, and I'm like,
And do you get that out of those? Jarred or pickled?
who? All right,
No.
so who found a beet in the ground and thought, I wonder what this tastes like.
I wanted to clarify your question again because I'm trying to.
So if I go and I get a can of beets, that won't do it.
No.
Because what happens to it there?
Because they put it in the. All right, canned processed food is preserved for
Yep.
a reason.
And they boil the
the thing
nutrients out
that
of
they
it.
do to it prior to putting it in the can ruins the.
It sterilizes
Yeah,
it.
so there's no value in that.
No.
You're not going to get any value out of canned vegetables.
How come people who are starving live off of this stuff?
It's really hard. People that are underprivileged, as we say, or they don't have enough money, they're getting the worst food ever. They're getting processed food from food pantries, and they're not flourishing health-wise. It's a very hard thing. I would love to see a program. Maybe we can collaborate on fresh vegetables and fresh fruit getting into the hands of the needy.
Problem is, it goes bad so fast, and then it can
Absolutely
make somebody sick.
short shelf life. That's
Yeah.
exactly why.
There's a
People are not-
particular
You gotta-
grocery
you gotta think
store
on that.
in town
Walnuts don't spoil so easily,
that rhymes with Baldi's.
right? It's true. So that's a good source.
And all of their vegetables at this particular place where you have to bag your own groceries are
Rhymes with Baldy. I like
which
you.
is well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All their vegetables is organic.
Well, you got to realize organic. All right, I'm gonna release something to the public right
Okay,
here.
but do we need to like?
It's not gonna hurt anybody.
Okay.
It's gonna be truth, but here it is: organic labels have been played a little bit. My brother
It's a gimmick.
had a certified organic from the USDA. He's an organic farmer. He didn't maintain his certification because it's extremely complex with paperwork and a process. His food is absolutely organic, but it's not certified organic because it's too much paperwork, too much government. It's a lot. So you've got to pay a lot of money to get certified. His customers already know this. They already appreciate what he's doing, and they get it. But most people, they think there's a label that makes it all better. The government also slaps some labels on that aren't always organic the way we're talking.
So if
okay?
a person in this area wanted to harvest or become more self-reliant, know that they had a source for these things that they could depend on, they would want a walnut tree.
That's a good logic. I'm following you.
Right. So a walnut tree is a way. Walnuts don't really
But
spoil
you're
very well. They
talking
keep pretty
in this
good
area, it's black walnuts.
Black walnuts,
Those are
yeah.
extremely hard to harvest because
they're so hard.
The nut
It's like a
is
rock.
so hard.
Yeah. There's actually
Buying English walnuts shelled.
there's
is
this
much
big
easier.
device that weighed like 50 pounds that we had, and it would break open one at a time. And it was this giant
I
thing
was-
with a big gear and a big long handle. And
I
you
just-
crank this thing down to break the walnut shell.
It's
And then you had to do
extremely-
it several times because one crack just opened it. And then if you get a walnut pick, they have walnut picks. That's what that little fancy little piece of metal pick was.
It
with a
also
little
doubles
curved
as a
end
toe
and
pick
scoop.
if you need to, like to be able to clean up from underneath your toenails.
No, it's,
Okay.
it's your show.
Okay.
Let's do what Matt does. Pick our toes.
So walnuts is good. It's a good way because they're preservable, easily preserved.
You
without
bring joy to me.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm trying.
No, you.
I'm just
succeed.
trying to be a blessing.
No matter what you say, it's wonderful.
What's
because
another sustainable local way? So one of those, the arugula, you can grow that yourself.
You can grow watermelon yourself.
arugula?
Watermelon, you can grow yourself.
Mike Krimper had mentioned that natural sugar affects the blood sugars the same as processed sugar. By the
Okay,
way.
Yeah. By the way,
but we have to realize that natural sugar is important for your diet, and we
That depends on your diet.
your
gotta
body
be-
makes sugar out of everything
It's
you
going to
eat.
make sugar out of it anyway.
Like if you drink
gotta have
alcohol, it processes
It's
it. the same as
natural
sugar.
sugar exists in the skin of chicken.
Ah,
There's a lot of that.
I don't. Yeah,
Chicken skin is good for some people and
boneless,
not
skinless
others.
for me now.
Well, there's
Believe me,
certain
skin is
kinds
my
of
favorite
natural
part of the
sugar
chicken.
is good for many people. Some people have an issue with too much natural sugar. Be aware of that. Consult your person that you
And doesn't your thyroid or something like that
got to consult with somebody you respect.
depends on
Diet
how you process the
diet-wise,
stuff.
nutritionists, health people.
Dietitians.
They have different views on this. But
Dietary
natural sugar,
specialists.
natural sugar is going to help.
natural
It
sugar.
just doesn't need
It
to be
helps.
overdone.
Like honey.
Yep. Proverbs.
So if you
the Bible
plant
says, "Take a little
arugula,
honey." Yeah.
if you plant tons of arugula near a beehive,
Arugula.
then you harvest the
You're
honey.
saying it Aruba, that's a country, but Arubula, we're going to just
Arubula.
make that distinction.
The
It's not an
arugula.
island.
So if you plant a bunch now,
Arugula.
now
Arugula.
follow me here, Johnny. If you plant a bunch of arugula near a beehive, then you harvest the honey. Do you get the testosterone?
That wasn't explained somewhere, so let's try it.
We should
You're
try
ready
it.
to try it.
We'll
A
harvest
little
honey.
investment.
Honey harvest.
Just
Well, arugula doesn't flower.
so I
They're
don't
not going to
think-
get
Are you
any
sure?
positive.
I'm not sure this is going to work out so well.
What's not working out?
It's in the grass
Why,
category.
why don't you ask the bees?
think
The
about
bees.
the
Yo,
bees?
bees. Hey, bees.
Bees are not all over the grass.
We're
They're all
wanting
over
to
the
know.
flowers.
Dang it.
Flowering would be like
Dandelion.
squash.
Oh.
Squash flowers.
Yeah.
Squash.
But like zucchini. But we can't say that of arugula because that does not,
Arugula.
does not flower. So
Without a
Matt,
B, not-
Matt was
not a
saying
BG.
it correctly. They would not get a
Arugula.
benefit by having it near a beehive.
But watermelon. So, but that's a temporary source
Watermelon,
because you can get it fresh
Yes.
during the summer,
watermelon
the late summer.
is great. It's
Watermelon's
often
great.
been touted as a testosterone.
Walnuts are
juice.
common around here.
I would drink watermelon juice
The Mediterranean, isn't that where the
with
pomegranates
the
come
beet
from?
juice and the orange juice.
I think they come from Greece.
Greece?
If I had a pomegranate squeezed, pomegranate, oranges, and watermelon squeezed,
Oranges.
that would be a good mix. Or chunk them up and then blend them. I'm doing
Now,
the blender 'cause
pomegranates
that's how
are
I do
very,
it.
very similar in flavor to cranberries.
Yes.
Yes.
I'd take those 3, blend them.
They're so good.
And
Pomegranate.
a little beet juice just because you don't want to get it too good.
Well, I mean, if you have this,
Yeah.
well, I mean, the citric
You wanna be a
acid
man.
from the pomegranates and stuff like that will override whatever bad, horrible taste that beets have.
What is this?
How are we doing on our calls or our comments?
So far, so good.
People think
Anything
we're
new
silly.
on the horizon?
That's what it is.
I like it. I like it when people comment.
Hello, guys. I will be back Monday. Axe Media is well represented at the CGMA convention, and Axe was mentioned several times. Thank you, Steve McAllister. Michael Scott Phillips says, message me, John. I'd like to be a part of that, talking about the food issue thingamajigger. With
Perfect. We can talk more about this on the Morning Mouth as well on another episode or on the Morning Drive.
What's coming up on the Morning Mouth today?
Morning Mouth is going to be the next hour, and that is my show where we're talking to people from Harmony House about Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Hence the purple.
So purple is the color for the Domestic Violence Awareness, which was yesterday, October 22nd.
And you have experts.
And we have 2 experts in here. The director of Harmony House, his name is Jared
Interesting.
Alexander. He's coming in to talk about what Harmony House's mission is. And then we have Rachel Carter, and she is the prevention specialist. So she's going to talk about how to prevent and how to be aware of domestic violence.
So tune in for that. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be very interesting, and it's going to be with experts who are involved and active in the field with domestic violence.
Thanks for the shameless plug, Jay.
You're welcome.
You're a man of testosterone and domestic violence awareness. I don't know how to put that.
Estrogen.
Very aware.
In the same sentence.
Very aware.
Well, I mean, men have estrogen as well. There's got to be there's a
Estrogen
delicate
is
balance.
naturally in your body.
Yeah.
But
if your balance is
if you have-
delicate, you might want to eat more pomegranate,
Well, here's the thing. Like, whenever people take
arugula.
when people take steroids, there's a reason why.
Murder the
Okay,
word.
when people take
Walnuts.
steroids, when men take steroids, and then they just stop, that's why they grow. Their breasts grow larger, and their walnuts shrink. So
Talk about self-reliance.
That's one of the 9 on the list, walnuts.
yeah. So if you
They
Walnuts.
shrink to the size of a pomegranate.
You want pomegranates,
seeds.
arugula.
pomegranate seed, because
Yeah.
pomegranates are pretty
No,
big.
The pomegranate shrinks to the walnut and then to the pomegranate seed. I
Yeah.
don't know why I'm smiling. It's just
Because we're men and we are
it's
immature.
because it's funny. That's why.
Walnuts.
If you hear me laughing, it's because it's funny.
And this stuff all just increases blood flow.
The blood flow to
No,
the male
testosterone.
member.
Testosterone.
Is
It increases
important.
blood flow that causes the natural
Thank
production
you.
process
the
of your...
the veins in the male member are the smallest in the body, and they need that blood flow. Here's a problem: if
Some
you're-
people have
if
bigger
you
veins than
are
others.
on, if you're on
I wasn't expecting this topic today.
blood pressure medication,
It will help with that?
get off of it. Get onto
Really?
this stuff. Now, I'm not saying that as a
This
medical
does the same
person.
He is not a doctor in any
I'm
way,
not a
shape, or
doctor,
form. So please
but
always consult your
somebody
physician before changing your
that's-
diet or using any
These
food.
things will help blood flow throughout the body.
Please consider taking these items daily in some form, especially beet juice, because you will see a difference. Your blood pressure medication may not be as important.
So I'm curious about your research. These are specific. These foods are specifically targeted towards your production
Blood-
of
Testosterone.
testosterone. So they don't affect blood flow in the whole body, or is it? There a reason they
Obviously
specifically
in the whole
affect it?
body, but
they
you
do work on the
got to
whole body.
realize when you increase testosterone, you're doing one other thing automatically: decreasing estrogen.
Mm-hmm.
The decrease of estrogen is just as helpful as the increase in testosterone. But all men have testosterone and estrogen, but you've got to balance the testosterone ahead.
So testosterone is like estrogen insulin.
That's a good way to put it. Women need more estrogen than testosterone. Men need more testosterone than estrogen.
What helps to boost estrogen for women?
There are things that do, but I haven't got the information.
Because you don't
That's
need those. Who needs
another-
those?
My wife was asking. I need to check
Women,
in on-
that's who.
Ladies, I'm gonna
We'll do a show on
I'll
that.
do the research. You guys do the research. If you want to do it, I'm ready to talk about that.
Is there
as
an
well.
age group that it's more important to?
50 plus?
Is that because young people naturally get it, or just they're so new, all of their
Your
stuff
body
is still
is
shiny
depleting it over time.
and good? Nicely done.
We're not medical people here.
We're not medical.
We're not.
I'm not
So
medical.
what I'm saying is it has to be verified with medical experts.
We are clinically insane, though,
However,
some of us.
however, 2 of us are men over 50, and 1 of us is a man that's 40, and I'm not going to say which one.
Right.
Oh, I think it's obvious which one. It's
Is
the
it?
youngest
Is it
here.
so obviously, sir?
Yes, it is.
I don't
Purple
think
is
it
the
is.
color.
You can tell. It's the forehead lines. That's what it is. Those are
Earth-
like the rings on a tree when you cut it down and you can see how old it is. The wrinkles on the forehead
Look
are.
at Grandpa. We just took his head
Hey,
off.
don't
We looked
forget
at
the big ones are
wrinkles.
harder to cut down and more dangerous.
I mean,
Right?
unless
lot
they
of finger pointing.
unless they don't have walnuts, because walnut is a hard wood, right?
What's
This is
that?
the finger pointing
Walnut is
part.
a hardwood. It's a
What's the
deciduous.
timeline? Because we'll log it on the timeline.
Deciduous.
How many minutes and seconds
And
are we
beautiful.
into it?
Walnut is a beautiful wood.
45:37.
At
We're outta
45:37,
here.
this is where we all pointed fingers at each other.
Yeah.
That's the mark on this timeline.
Yeah.
That's the one you want to screenshot.
Screenshot. Blood flow is important for other reasons too, though, not just your testosterone.
Keep going.
It's important for your participle dedanglement.
Yeah, yeah. if your participle's dangling,
It's also good for your brain.
it's good for your brains.
Good for your
It's good for your brains.
All of them.
Because I
2
like my
heads are
brains.
better than 1.
Yep.
Did I just go there?
I like my MM. I like my brains. I like
Boy, if you could only like what you can.
just testosterone.
If you had more brains, you'd.
Hey, you know,
I like. That's me. I like.
I like lots of stuff.
Do you like oranges?
Pomegranate, oranges, walnuts.
Aren't you glad I didn't say
ugula,
banana?
ugula, arugula.
Did you just say uvula?
Yeah,
That's the dangly
Arugula.
ball thingy in the back of your throat that you always confuse for a dangling participle.
Yes.
Which dangling
What about
participle
this?
is a grammatical.
spinach, kale,
Spinach.
spinach and kale,
Spinach and kale.
oranges,
Mix 'em
garlic.
Don't touch
Garlic
your,
is one of
don't
them.
touch your weenus on
Garlic.
there.
There's one I forgot though.
That's what the elbow.
Oh,
skin
you're
is.
talking about
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
That's the one.
The list of 9, just to recap, is pomegranates.
What the watermelon?
Arugula,
arugula.
kale,
Jamaica.
spinach.
Ooh, I wanna take you.
watermelon, walnuts, beet juice,
Beet juice. I forgot.
and then there's
Garlic.
Garlic and
Not read a minute
oranges.
for
Garlic and
vampires.
oranges.
That's 9.
garlic
That's
and
9,
oranges.
bro.
That is 9.
All
We
right,
did it.
so you know what it means?
You guys are
know what-
awesome.
You know what? You
It's
know what's
time to
going
get
on?
out of here.
I'm so glad you guys wanted to talk about that,
Well, I mean, we were at a loss.
even
We
though
had
you didn't
nothing.
want to.
Well,
talk
thank
about
you
it.
for letting us know that we wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
You were bringing it up so much that I decided we should talk about it.
Yeah, because it's important to have like informed
Yeah.
Boost your
W's,
testosterone.
MMs. Inform your
Important.
MM.
Chug you some beet juice. Chug that beet juice a little bit.
So I'd
every
like
day.
to thank everybody for joining us on the Morning Drive today. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Be sure and tune in next for The Morning Mouth with Johnny Rooster. Followed by the happy hour with Dr. Paul and his wife Nancy. So until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt,
My name is Jay.
Johnny Rooster.
and this has been The
Morning
Morning
Drive.
Drive.